Hi, I'm Miles Noel, CEO here at COMTEX. I just want to say thank you and welcome. At COMTEX, we take your safety very seriously, so we want to make you aware of some of the things that will make your experience here safe and productive.
During your orientation, you'll have the option of receiving the hepatitis B vaccine. If you choose not to receive it, you must sign a statement indicating that you decline. You can change your mind and choose to get the vaccine at any time during your employment. While in the COMTEX plant, always be aware of areas with safety gates and warning signs. These areas are restricted to team members who are familiar with the equipment and have an appropriate reason for being in that area. The Transportation Department is responsible for removing linen carts from COMTEX trucks. As a team member, you may assist in this process, but only if instructed by a COMTEX lead worker, supervisor, or manager. The driver alone is responsible for opening the dock door, and only then after the vehicle is secured and safe entry into the cargo area is available. COMTEX uses an overhead rail system to move product through the plant. There are walkways identified throughout that minimize traffic under these rail lines. Always use caution when walking through the plant and be aware of full slings overhead and wet floors. The operation of forklifts and scissor lifts are restricted to those team members who have completed the required training program and are competent in their use. Universal safety precautions requires that all soiled linen should be handled as infectious material. Therefore, the use of personal protective equipment is required at all times while performing jobs at risk of occupational exposure. As a member of the COMTEX team, you must comply with these universal precautions at all times. Because of the risk of exposure to bloodborne pathogens, it's important to be alert when working in the soil sort area. Personal protective equipment, or PPE, must be worn at all times. Standard PPE includes a long-sleeved barrier gown, gloves, and shoe covers. All COMTEX team members at risk of exposure must wear at minimum protective gloves. This applies to truck drivers, maintenance technicians, supervisors, lead workers, and anyone else who handles soiled textiles. When barrier gowns, gloves, or shoe covers become visibly soiled, or when removed, carefully replace them with clean ones. Removing these items should be done in a controlled manner to prevent cross-contamination of skin or clothing. After removal, place the soiled items in their appropriate containers. When returning to work after a break, wash your hands thoroughly and put on a clean set of personal protective equipment. As a member of the COMTEX team, you must wash your hands frequently during the day. Your wrists, hands, and fingers should be scrubbed vigorously for a minimum of 30 seconds. Wash your hands after removing gloves, before and after using the restroom, before and after eating, and before and after work. Do not use hand lotion before or during the workday. Lotion can create a barrier on the skin that prevents effective hand washing. COMTEX has developed an exposure control plan that describes what to do in the event of an accidental occupational exposure. This information can be found in the Standard Operating Procedures Manual located in each department and in the first aid room. An exposure is defined as a needle stick to bare skin or a body fluid to mucous membrane contact with the eyes, mouth, or an open wound. Highly concentrated chemicals used in the wash process are designated as hazardous material. You must be authorized to handle these chemicals. Safety data sheets describe the proper use of these chemicals and are conveniently located on the production floor and in the main office area. In case of accidental exposure, you'll find eye and body wash stations in the wash areas and throughout the soiled linen areas. If you detect a fire, activate one of the clearly marked fire alarm pull stations located at all exterior man doors in the plant. Tornado warnings will be announced over the plant paging system. Tornado shelters are found in the middle of the plant and are clearly marked by black and yellow placards. For your continued safety, fire and tornado drills are conducted regularly to ensure all team members follow proper procedures. A cross-contamination policy is in place to prevent contamination between soiled areas and clean areas in the plant. It's imperative that we maintain the separation of soiled and clean textiles and the integrity of clean linens processed and stored here at COMTEX. Attention to your uniform and personal hygiene is important for effective cross-contamination safety. Here are some things you can do to prevent cross-contamination. Remove all personal protective equipment and wash your hands thoroughly before entering the clean site operations. Come to work wearing odor-free, clean clothes. Do not wear jewelry or painted fingernails when wearing gloves. Do not wear false fingernails at any time during work. Hair and head covering must be pulled tight to prevent injury around equipment, and a bouffant cap must be worn at all times while in the plant. Safety information and operational procedures are located at each piece of equipment or in your department area. You must clearly understand the safe and proper use of the equipment you operate. This will ensure your safety, the safety of those around you, as well as guarantee the quality of the finished product. Also, be fully aware of the location of emergency stops and possible pinch points on the equipment you're operating. The first aid room is located near the supervisor's office. Here, you'll find accident and incident forms, as well as injury packets. If an injury does occur, you must report it immediately and complete the injury form on the same day to protect yourself and COMTEX. A standard operations procedures manual can be found at many locations throughout the plant. This contains relevant administrative policies, department procedures, contingency plans, job descriptions, quality control standards, and standard linen catalog.
On behalf of everyone here at COMTEX, thank you and welcome. Now please be safe and productive out there.